Alright, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Witcher, and this time... Well, let's start with last time. Last time, we ran into this little warehouse in an effort to find a way around into the bank to fend off the Scoia'tael raid, bank robbery. Except we found that in the workaround that was supposed to be an easier way into the bank, that we ran into a bazillion fletters. And that was not really something that we could handle. Might have been able to do it if we had executed a little bit better, but what I'm wondering is, might we be able to quickly craft one of those potions that allows us to deal damage to enemies that try to suck our blood? Because that would be very helpful for those fletters. I would think that that might be something that could very easily fend off all of them. I mean, I couldn't tell from the description if that was like a, hey, they try to suck your blood and then they instantly drop dead. Or if it is just something that harms them, but either way, I mean, just use pretty much any advantage we can get against them. Now that I'm done picking flowers, though, the other thing is that they were trying to make a big deal about, oh, they're robbing the bank right now. We should go as quickly as possible. We were racing after this child who was leading us to this location to make sure that we got there as quickly as possible and didn't stray. Well, we're about to test that. Is there actually a timing aspect to it? They're trying to make it sound like it's really urgent. The other thing was there was a question as to whether or not we should wait for Siegfried to show up and offer assistance.
Greetings. Can I help you?
So I don't know if that's just supposed to be a hey. Did you actually spend a certain amount of time? I would think that's probably not the case that it measures, not the way in which it measures whether or not you delayed. And more so just, did you press yes, wait for Siegfried, or no, don't wait for Siegfried? But yeah, we're going to test that theory. So... trying to think if we need other potion materials. Drink that. I don't think many of these things are directly relevant to this specific fight that we're about to go into. I also just don't know if we need various crafting materials, so we're about to figure out if we do need to sleep.
Welcome. Greetings.
Which is the thing, the missing piece there.
I need rest.
In order to
Yes, 5 orange.
craft something, use alchemy, we do need to rest. So it does mean, you know, we're just gonna wait to intervene in this bank robbery for an hour. Okay, so like, what I really want is this, although that... The other thing we could potentially do would be to improve our weapons. That we might be able to do some of that. Right, what is it called? Because it does look like we may do actually do other things. Pick up other stuffs for crafting materials. In which case, we haven't actually spent any time yet. We could undo that hour, and we can just repurchase this one. Probably should have looked at our potion recipes first. That would have been the way to go. But alas, not have that much forethought. Weapons code sounds similar. No. This one. Higher alchemical base wire. Oh, I got rid of strong alcohol. Really? Huh? Right, so we're just gonna completely burn that 5 orange that we just spent. But, shouldn't be too bad, right?
Greeting. Can I...
Okay, so what I really need is apparently not only... Oh, could use swallow potion. Or 2. How did we get 6 of them? The off chance that we have one lying around here. I don't think we do. One of the black blood potions, that is. Okay, so we'll pick up a crafting base. I'm looking for one that not only says strong alcohol, but some that say high quality potion base like this. Assuming that's what we needed. At least, it seemed to be what they were implying. Also, picking up a little bit of extra food in between fights might actually be meaningful for once in a very long time. I mean, granted, we probably should have been doing that a lot more earlier. Okay. Now I actually want to craft for real this time.
I need rest. Yes.
That's okay. Yes, we wasted 5 orens. That's beside the point. The more important thing is that we may or may not be allowing a whole bunch of bank robbers to successfully rob said bank. Peace bang, peace bang. Okay, so this is actually really basic crafting materials outside of the good potion base, but I think, theoretically at least, you can just purchase those strong alcohol bases for, I don't know, like 20 orens or something. So, I mean, again, not free, but it should be something that, with a little bit of grinding, if we totally burn through all of our stuff, then we could manage to get one back. Wondering if there are any other things here. Getting rid of toxicity. That's fine as currently stand. Hoping we only need to meditate for 1 hour to successfully make this potion. Because if there is, in fact, a timing aspect of it, regardless of, or irrespective of having said, wait for Siegfried, don't wait for Siegfried, then we could be in some trouble now. But we're about to find out. So, also, let's see, confirm that we have the potion. Yep, we do. It becomes lethal to monsters that try to drink it. So that's what I want. I mean, we're talking like 8 or so fletters. I mean, once upon a time, 1 was a ton. We're supposed to go specifically there, actually. Can we cut through that little area? Might actually be faster. Go back this way? Except I'm not sure I trust myself to do that. Unless if it was actually this way.
Perfect. A witcher completes this.
I think this will work.
Do the job.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, it only does what we want it to do if the flutters actually use their attack where they try to suck our blood. So, I mean, in some ways, we actually want them to use what would normally be their more powerful attack. Okay. We actually want to go into this warehouse door, and are we too late? No, there are still people around here. So I would like to believe that we're still in decent shape. Could we just skip a whole bunch of them by going straight upstairs? We could. That sounds good to me. We instantly kill this guy? Okay, see, like, this is the problem. Last time, ran into some of these scenarios here, where we did some of these moves, where we are technically supposed to be able to use a finishing attack against this guy, and yet it did not work. Okay, that should... Oh, I forgot to actually drink the potion. Like, that's the thing that would have theoretically killed both of them. Had we already done that? So let's quickly drink this. And have at it, guys. Go for it. Yeah, it worked. It's those guys at least. Hoping you are in fact the last one. I don't know how long this potion lasts. I assume this is the last room. We did kind of just skip right through the first floor. In case you didn't remember, there are a few more fletters there too. So what I want to see is... Still have the cat potion active? Okay, so it lasts for 8 hours. That's a very long time. We could have gone down and still had it in effect in that previous room. I'm gonna quickly eat some food. Let me, that is. Huh? You'll let me, that is. So that if, in fact, there is still another one that's going to pop down from here, even on this floor, we're still in okay shape to fight it. I think that food that's shown up here is not a coincidence. If we continue trying to loot here, there is that risk that we run. We'll run into another one. But it might have been worthwhile. That is a very nice potion base, if there was any concern about running through all those. And this we have not read yet. I think we've seen it show up in many of the shops, but useful to have it for free. I think downstairs was mostly just the fletters and only the fletters. There were probably some very simple things that we could have looted, but not much. The thing is, this was only supposed to be the initial free fight. Remember, this was in anticipation of fighting the elf dudes that are actually robbing the bank. So this is, I mean, theoretically, not the primary force that we're looking to go up against. So we would still have a lot of fighting to do on the other side, so that's why I'm now still trying to recover some HP. Because they'll probably shift from fletters to humans, well, probably not humans. Elves, maybe dwarves. But I'm assuming definitely not done fighting just yet. I don't think the black blood is going to be relevant if in fact we are just fighting humans or human-like people. But like if our HP could regenerate a little bit more quickly, because the people outside were making a big deal about how supposedly there were a ton of people in here and that we needed to sneak around the sideway just so that we had ourselves a chance. If we're doing that, then surely, I would assume, you're making a big deal out of at least something. Means we should have some HP before we work our way through here. We may have one of the swallow potions for life regeneration. I mean, that's pretty much just a slightly better version of what we're using right now with the food. And we do have the time here. I think we saved the potion in case we need it for this actual fight. So you'll excuse me as we wait to at least get to the point where, well, we're in a little bit better shape. Because we might not need to be full HP, but have you seen these grapes that look like a sack of potatoes? I don't know. Certainly didn't look like grapes. If we can get to like 3/4 HP, that's a good threshold. I don't think there were any other good things down here. Again, we could go downstairs and fight the fletters, but that kind of defeats the purpose of trying to take the easier route in to fight these guys who are robbing the bank. And again, the whole... You would think that trying to prevent people from robbing a bank would be a time-sensitive thing, and they're trying to make us seem like it is, but then at the same time, we have gone back to the inn, rested for an hour, come back here, taken our sweet time about making our way through this side door, then worked our way... Once we do this, work our way around the back, and maybe by then, they will actually be still there robbing the bank, because who knows what they're up to in there. But, you know... At this rate, if we catch them, there's some pretty terrible bank robbers. They're pretty darn slow. It takes you what is probably now about 2 hours. I think we're in much better shape for our HP. You look, we're at like, 75-ish. Hopefully that's good enough, right? We'll see. There are people here. Don't see bank robbers.
There's Squirtle downstairs.
Okay.
We have to do something.
I mean, you're kind of just standing around, but thank you for confirming at
There's
least.
Squirtle downstairs. We have to do something. The eternal fire would protect us.
And by eternal fire, you mean certain witcher named Geralt.
These are troubled times.
Okay. Let's, I'm actually not sure if it'll save that we've pulled out a sword, but in anticipation of many of these types of fights in which we get swarmed.
I can't work like this.
Let's go for it. Swordsman. Love to try to get one of you at a time. Really only fours? The count I'm getting? Hey friends. Anyone want to take note of me? I'd like to, just get one of your attention. You? A little weird how you're just standing around.
I detest you, Dwan.
Oh! Okay, we didn't even knock you to the ground, but apparently we did get the one-shot mechanic in there. I would not be terribly surprised if we find more than one guy here. Or more than one round of enemies here, I should say. Oh, we need to use either group stance or quick stance. That's my bad.
You shall die, human.
Definitely swung my sword there. Are hitting pretty hard. Also, that is not where I'm supposed to stand. There we go. I think that's all of them. If in fact there's only one wave, although that is the bank door. Okay. This is still just the town hall, technically speaking. Ooh. We've not seen this before. Tends to inflict pain 50%. Also, this does look cool. And we do already have an illegal sword stockpiled in the bank. So, I'm intrigued. Minus 30 damage is a pretty huge damage penalty, but gets the disarm. Pretty high. Okay, it's a different strategy. That was pain, yep. Would be kind of nice if we could manage to fit that, but I do also like the chain mace, and if we could stash that as well, that would kind of be ideal. Okay. Appears as though this is everyone in here. Although, let me do that one. That, as we were just saying, technically not the bank, just the town hall that is next to the bank. So, that group, not terribly difficult, but, well, is that actually generating our stamina? No? Vitality, I was gonna say, or our endurance rather, our endurance was shooting up. So I'm expecting that this door will actually have a lot more enemies in it, behind it. Even now it's technically the room that they're trying to raid. So, save this just because I don't really want to have to fight the Fletters again. I'd rather not do that. So we'll give ourselves that option to fall back at least a little bit. Oh, were we using Silver Sword for that fight with the elves? Hope not. No, I bet we're using still. Okay, here's the big stuff though. Yeah.
You move like a fly, Moses.
No one move.
Marvin, stop.
So these guys are not currently hostile. I think you're still alive. You're just taking cover. And you didn't speak, which makes this a little strange. What the heck are you doing?
I'll skewer anyone who moves. Everyone on the floor.
Oh, okay. You're just like doing the whole this is a stick-up thing. I think. I'm a little confused right now.
Wish to negotiate, Dwan?
It does look like we are technically supposed to negotiate with you.
Yes. Find Yavin inside the vault in the bank's cellar.
Okay, it is Yavin himself.
Everyone on the floor. Everyone on the floor.
Okay.
Marvin,
Well, the soldiers are dead. Hey,
You
friend.
killed elves. You killed our people. What does that get you?
Yavin, calm down.
mean,
you still have a choice.
Actually, we didn't
No,
really
Dwan.
kill elves. In
You
fact, we chose to
Dwan
kill
when you raised your
ghouls
arm
instead.
against us. At him.
Okay. Oh!
You chose wisely.
Thanks,
The
Siegfried.
Order of the Flaming Rose will be grateful.
Siegfried, What are you doing here? You shouldn't.
No time to explain. Yevin is escaping into the sewers.
What? I was just talking to him a second ago. Also, why are there still definitely people here? Wounded Siegfried? Uh-oh. I like the sound of that. Also, apparently a banker who is probably an innocent bystander. There's a lot of people here. Yeah. Other potions of note. So we can immediately restore vitality. That will, I'm pretty sure, become very relevant very soon. This is vitality regeneration. That one is something that requires a little more forethought, and I think this might be just about the right time to do that. I don't think we're going to have any hidden opponents at the moment, so, unless you are really sneaky bank robbers. Okay, now that was kind of problematic. We are in group stance. You are just absolutely going to clobber me. Line up, fight me. Siegfried, how you doing over there, buddy? I'm not doing so well. Like, not so well at all. Maybe I should be paying more attention to myself and not to Siegfried. I'm not sure if we're gonna get this off in time. Just barely. Also, we're, like, barely attacking right now. Again, I don't really understand why this is happening. Geralt's green bar represents body toxicity. Toxicity increases with each potion consumed. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of that lately. Excessive toxicity adversely affects Geralt's abilities and may even lead to his demise. Reduce toxicity by resting or drinking cleansing potions. Not really the time for that. I mean, we might be taking additional damage from it at the moment, because it looks like we are. Also, like, you could swing your sword. This is becoming a problem. We do still have regeneration. That's pretty quick, I think. From the swallow potion. Life regeneration, that is. Yeah, we're only doing one attack, not doing any combos. I think that's the problem. Siegfried, bail us out, man. Not quite. Siegfried is absolutely carrying the team right now, in case that wasn't clear. Come on, dude. They also keep on going back and forth between having one enemy in front of us and not. Okay, so that's one down. The rest are close. We can't really see Siegfried's health bar. I wonder if he's technically invulnerable here. But, we did sort of succeed. Kind of. You ignore the fact that we had to consume a bazillion potions to do it. Whoa. Used to fight humans, ineffective against other monsters. Used in Witcher combat styles. You can use it for Witcher stuff. Was this Yevin himself? No, he was disappearing through the sewers. Because it's not this. It is different. But it is objectively better. I think. Just a better version of the same type of thing. Do you think we're still taking damage from being basically poisoned by consuming potion after potion?
Eternal fire protect us.
Okay, seemingly all of these guys have this special sword. These may have technically been more powerful elves. Whoa, what is that? Chance to inflict pain. That's actually pretty similar to the daggers we were seeing upstairs. My guess is again that it's basically just a more powerful version. I really wish we could hold on to the chain maze, because I do like that. This is still lower damage, higher chance of the status effect. I don't really know enough to say if pain is better than stun. So, I don't know. I'm guessing this is rarer, though. That's not what I meant to do. Other notable things. It's actually coming off the dwarves. Not from the elves, it would seem. This a worse version of that? Yeah. You can tell, because it doesn't have the fancy colors. Classic move. Anchor dude.
I've always supported equal rights.
Oh, I didn't necessarily mean to go straight down into the sewers, but here we are. Oh. Nor was this precisely where I was planning we would... Oh. But... Despite the fall. Okay. Geralt the Ninja. Our journey continues.
The eternal fire guides me.
No, Siegfried, don't do it!
Just get him.
How the heck did you make that jump? You explain. And what the heck was that sound? This is the classic example of they don't expect you to go the other way. They're like, hey, you do pay attention. We're gonna give you extra loot. Oh, this is the little area in the sewer that we haven't seen before. Mind blown. Okay. In which case, I mean, I'm assuming they're hiding in here, and that way is ultimately going to be the way out, so we ought to turn in here. Help? Oh, no. Okay, this might be an enemy that I need to blur the screen for, which does kind of stink. Okay, and we're going to, I'm assuming, use a silver sword against them. And that whatever this thing is, it may have killed... Yeah, we're gonna have to blur that out. We're probably going to have to... Wow, you just don't want to get hit at all. Is a little concerning. Makes me think that you are probably far more powerful than I am leading myself to believe that you may be. The only thing I have done to deal damage to it was a sign. So you'll excuse me if this all does end up getting blurred out, but we're probably going to die very quickly, because basically we've encountered a very powerful enemy that is not currently wearing a shirt. In case that was not apparent from the fact that I am currently blurring this out.
Victory!
And I did manage to get a single hit in, but we shall see if this... Oh, I have no idea what she just did. Something that looks very bad, I assure you. It was like a lightning storm, made a weird sound. It seemed as though it was dealing a lot of damage, although it may have just sapped our endurance. Siegfried and I are each taking hits, and occasionally we are in fact hitting her, but she's dodging most of our attacks, although we did it. Okay, I'm going to loot said person, and then hopefully after that, we will be able to actually make the screen ungray. Oh, it's good.
Not good.
Siegfried, it was good. We successfully took that person out. Got a sign. Okay, I'm gonna deliberately avoid looking at you so that we maybe can minimize the amount of blurring that needs to happen there. So yes, difficult fight in which we surprisingly didn't take much damage. It was mostly just that the damage that we did take, or well, turned out that we could deal very little damage because the enemy evaded basically everything. Right, we're still apparently intoxicated enough that we cannot actually perform combos either, which is also concerning. Okay. Either that or my timing is just horrendous. Siegfried is not looking good already, which is concerning. We need him, big time. Oh, also I was trying to use a sign there when we absolutely did not have enough stuff to use a sign. But there are still a ton of people here. Siegfried, this might be the end for you, buddy. This is not looking good. That was helpful, don't get me wrong. As was that. That's the first time I think we've ever managed to do a automatically kill two guys immediately combo, but that's not going to be enough because we're about to die. And we don't have one of the insta-heal potions anymore. We do have the swallow that is giving us life regeneration. That did hit us. I really wanted to evade you enough to make sure. Yeah, nope. Siegfried is still up. Siegfried, if you could, like, bail me out for a second here. As I attempt to do this. Is there an archer attacking us from behind as well? Pretty sure there is. Siegfried, I need you, man. I need you. I used all of my endurance on that sign. Siegfried, need ya. Please. Killing blow. Just ignore the fact that we should have totally missed that guy, but didn't. These guys are very tough. There we go. Alright, Siegfried is inches from death. I don't know if he regenerates HP or not. In the past, the allies that we've had have not regenerated HP. Kinda hoping that he's technically immortal. At least in the sense of, he does die in this encounter, that he will come back later on for plot purposes. And that's Swallow Potion. He is amazing, though. How quickly we regenerated much of our HP. I would love if our toxicity would go down, though, quickly enough to allow us to actually use combos, because that is kind of important. Ooh. I don't have room for that. I don't think now is the time to be drinking alcoholic beverages. That would probably be trouble, but we could eat some food, actually. That would also help us. This is kind of the scenario in which I would say, ideally, we would be allowed to lend Siegfried some food or potions and say, dude, man, you need this arguably more than I do. Because there are still more warriors right there. I mean, we're starting to do better HP-wise because we still have the effects of the Swallow Potion. Okay, if we could get like just one of you at a time, which seems to be what we just did, that would be ideal. Also, try and knock you to the ground. Apparently, you are technically on the ground, because otherwise we would not have been able to do that. That is about the only way we would have been able to keep Siegfried alive through that encounter, so happy for that. Is a place of power here, but there's also you. Oh, and I do not have the endurance for one of those signs at the moment. Granted, I would actually prefer if you attacked me rather than Siegfried right now. Ooh, was that the last guy?
It seems he escaped.
But we expelled him from the bank.
Thanks to your aid. How can I reward you?
Mostly this.
You can help me dismantle Salamandra.
Interesting idea. But how?
I have certain powerful friends who know how to destroy that organization.
Am I to be embroiled in some political plot?
A little bit.
Siegfried, we've gone through so much together. You trusted me at the bank.
All right. Any details?
There's a banquet every evening at the New Naracourt Tavern. Come by tonight.
I'll be
Every
there.
evening?
Wait for our sign.
That's a lot. Okay, if we do know where to find you, even if you don't speak to us. Okay, so, I mean, yes, Gavin did escape. I'm kind of assuming that was going to happen no matter what. That isn't an indication that we delayed more than we should have. Because, well, once we got down here, we were somewhat timely. Also, okay, so this is theoretically the way out. Once we saw that, campfire, ruins. Okay, I think we will have found everything. My guess is that's going to be something that has us hop back downstairs into the sewer proper. Can't teleport from here. Use the place of power just for the sake of using the place of power. Are back at full HP, and it appears as though this may have been an area that we just didn't have access to in the sewer previously, and now we do. Where does this go? Oh. I'm actually not sure if we've been over to this furthest side just yet. This is locked. We may have never been here before, although some things never change. Thank you, Drowners, for a little sense of familiarity, even when things were looking uncertain. Yeah, we'll stick with the pants. Won't stop us from doing this. Yeah, come on. Come on. It's a little hard to tell if we are hitting when we are stuck in a corner like that. We do still have enough toxicity that, well, I was gonna say that we aren't doing combos, but that was definitely a combo. Perfect. A few more drowners than we would usually run into at any given point in time down here. Our toxicity is going down. Wrong sword. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I think this door is the primary difference maker. In that previously, we did not have that door unlocked. We didn't have the option of going here. I mean, that door remains unlocked, and we should be able to go down here in the future if we so chose. Not that there's too much of a reason to do that, now that we have theoretically protected the bank. Sort of, kind of. Yeah, just, you know, like, kind of drop down and call it a day, call it a night, whatever time of day it is. That'd be really helpful, especially since, like, I can't really swing my sword at the moment. Apparently, I'm feeling too ill to do that because I've consumed all the potions in the world. Surely that will wear off eventually. Kind of do want to see what's over here in this part of the sewers, because we theoretically haven't been here before. I would expect more drowners, yes. Right on cue. But also, potentially, a beggar tick, okay? I mean, we did get a boatload of that earlier in the swamp. But, come on, stop avoiding it. It might just be that they're technically dodging a lot of our hits, because maybe our accuracy technically goes down when we're this much poisoned. And therefore, we just aren't allowed to string those combos together, so we aren't actually hitting on that first attack. I think that's it. I meant to hit the pause button and then look at the map. Okay, this is also a little pathway that would lead back one of the areas that we would normally be going to, but was locked in the past. Now it's wide open. This should be familiar territory. That one was just me, messed up on the timing. Come on. Yeah, so we see the heartbeat, hear the heartbeat. It's suggesting that we're not doing so well. Oh, the ladder is still there. I wonder if that is something that still allows us to go through into that area of town. I would think it would be then. This is a section of the sewer. We're so accustomed to traversing. Here it goes up, or is it one area down? Trade quarter here. That's fine. Don't remember which one we're technically trying to go for. Suppose if we're going to the banquets at the inn, then trade quarter does make sense. And it is night, it would appear. Almost midnight at that. And we are still very much poisoned. Let's specifically target the inn, which we actually aren't very far away from. Although, normally, there would be plenty of those spidery dudes here. I'm a little surprised we aren't running into them. Yeah, there we go. See? You can't surprise me. Although if this green cloud also raises our toxicity, then we would potentially be in trouble. Okay, let's get inside. And try to sleep off whatever this is. Self-inflicted poison? Yeah, maybe. Okay, so like, we can just rest for a couple hours, maybe?
I'll take your order in a...
That would be kind of great.
Take care.
Oh, but that's not what I meant.
How can I
Hold
help
on.
you?
Any rooms?
5 orens.
Yes, that's fine. So, I don't know if it actually matters how long we rest for. Like, can we just do this and be fine? Because we do technically still want it to be night to be able to attend the meeting, banquet. We're gonna see. Does it actually matter? Oh, it does actually matter if we only rest for 1 hour. Okay, we're still, pretty sick. I think we were at 80. I mean, if we don't fight immediately after this, then we should still be relatively okay, technically speaking. One would assume that this would be politics, not direct fighting that we're doing up here, but could be wrong. Curiosity. This was the secret room before that Princess was using to hide some valuable information. There's nothing there now. Figured it was worth checking. It's just the Vardy? It's a little weird. Not much of a banquet if there's only one attendee. Makes me suspicious.
Yes?
I mean, I assume we are supposed to talk to you
May I
next.
ask something?
Maybe I...
Of course.
I see many
Oh.
expensive foods here. How do you feel about Vizima's starving?
Hey, maybe you weren't actually the person we were
Helping
supposed to
the
talk to.
souls in this city would bankrupt me in a day.
If you helped a few,
I'm a man of principle. If I help the poor, I'd want to help all without exception.
Hey,
farewell.
not sure I see the problem there, other than your general greed. Oh, hold on. Can we get less intoxicated if we eat? Or does that make things worse? That might actually make things worse. We'll see. We're at... I think it was 74? Probably gonna have no effect at all. Yeah. Okay. In which case,
You're different.
please stop saying that every time you see me. Feels a little weird. Let's take a quick look at where we are technically supposed to go with this next. So... need to speak to Triss in private. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Need to talk to Carmen sometime soon. I mean, that's technically a side quest. Velerad needs to learn... Velerad! Okay, so he's one of the guards. We also can talk to Velerad about completing the letter contract. That's actually where we ought to have gone. I mean, I guess we rested for an hour to get rid of a tiny bit of our toxicity, so that's something, but other than that, we mostly just learned that the Varden, surprisingly, doesn't really want to help with the poor. Is the outpost, though? Oh, well, you know what? Just do that. That's the easier way to do that. There's a chance you can go through this door. Get there? Whoa! Whoa! Alright. You did get me that time. Whoa! And in fact, there are 3 of you, which makes me 4 of you? Makes me think that, maybe, you know, if we could get a little bit of help here, because we are still in the not-so-great place in terms of toxicity. Now that we have some friends, let's fight. Should be fine now. Right. We get by with a little help from our friends. As long as we still get the chance to steal the experience off of you. That's all I ask. You get it there, I think. Got it from the first one as well. Got it from that one as well. Can we steal the experience from this one as too? I think we did. Not bad. I mean, we did all the hard work, of course. Just completely ignore that that guard has half HP at the moment. He's fine, don't worry about it. It's his job. Probably gonna be, yep, more where those guys came from, though. Well, you're not gonna let me go into the door, are you? Until we actually finish fighting you? So I suppose I can't just run away. If you insist. Oh, really? Dodge everything? Rather you not do that. Alright, guard dude, you might want to turn around and actually fight the thing that's fighting you right now. Just a thought here. Come on. Come on, Geralt. You gotta swing your sword if you're gonna steal the experience. Shooting arrows? No, say, what was that sound? So he's... no. Here? Nope. Here. I think. Also, do you have anything nice in here? Sort of? Don't like you. I wasted a lot of money gambling with you. I'd much rather talk to your friend downstairs, who presumably will pay me monies, at least for the flutter stuff. Where'd he go? Is he not here at night? Okay. A little confused. Can I walk right past him? No.
What is it, Witcher?
Where is your friend?
It is our moral duty to...
Thought there was another watchtowery place basically across the street. Maybe I'm making that up.
Eternal fire, fill my...
What time is it? It's 2 a.m., so it's not like this guy's a... Ow. By ow, I mean I anticipate that thing fighting us. Oh, did we actually get close enough to make it spawn down there? I think we did. That soldier may have actually seen it. Okay, so we technically do kind of need to kill some time here. Otherwise, we could talk to Triss, the other thing we were waiting to do, and it might be that we can do that now, because I think the last time we tried to do that, she basically shoot us away because we were very drunk at the time. We're very intoxicated, but not because of drinking alcohol this time, so I'm hoping that she will still be willing to chat. I felt that we had down 5 potions just to live, including one that made our blood poisonous. Probably has some pretty serious side effects, I would think.
Quiet! Albin's asleep.
Oh, that's your hair. Both of these things.
Know anything more about that magic communicator I gave you?
It allows conversations over short distances. With some knowledge of magic, one can draw quite a bit of information from it.
I've been experimenting with it with my hair.
To communicate with their base. I should be able to pinpoint its location.
Short distances. Interesting. Can you check the last communication?
The communicator sent a signal to a house in Vizima.
Yeah, that would suggest they're in Vizima.
Is there something I should know?
I have a hunch. I'll check it out.
All right, but be careful.
Well, your hair is normal now, so I think we have dispelled the curse and presumably absorbed it ourselves because, well, I mean, where else is that thing gonna go? And we're taking the information from the magic crystal, then it seems like that's probably...
Listen, I've found us
what's going to happen from that.
Great. In time for our meeting with Luvarden. We'll discuss it with him.
Agreed.
Geralt,
so yeah, we were technically supposed to talk to you first.
Some powerful people. This meeting could change much.
What do you mean?
Tend to any unfinished business in Vizima, and prepare. Afterwards, it may be too late.
Alright, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, I get it.
Fine. I'll come by later.
Sounds like that's, you know, the game's not-so-subtle way of letting us know that we are not going to be able to come back to Vizima, possibly ever, once we talk to Luvarden and have that meeting. So probably a good thing that we did, in fact, need to talk to Triss first, otherwise I would have gone straight into that Luvarden talk and not realized that. Because, for example, you know, we have that stuff with Nelorad, which I would have assumed we would have need to have told him about, because this is technically a primary quest, but there's also many side quests that remain either unfinished or partially finished that we probably want to do, like the Flutter contract. That's just a bunch of coins, but the stuff with Vincent the Werewolf and Carmen, we're pretty far along there. I would think that we're just one meeting with Carmen away from sorting things out with all that stuff. And the rest of things may generally be kind of just passive stuffs that we're gonna resolve as we progress in the game, so that may be the only two things that we'll be looking to finish up before we do, in fact, talk to Luvarden. But with that, I think this is a good place to wrap up this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.